The rose-colored alternative reality of Ivanka Trump. This story was originally published in Greg Olar's newsletter, Prevail. The woman in the Instagram snapshot looks familiar, but she is difficult to identify at first glance. She is tall, blonde, well-coiffed, immaculately dressed, and nicely made up with cosmetics from a firm she proudly tags. Each image is carefully framed to highlight her greatest features: the long, swan-like neck, the well-toned stomach, the high, powerful shoulders, the ramrod posture, and, this feels new, the thin cheeks and picture-perfect jawline. She isn't young. Her 3 children, the oldest of whom is a teenager, appear in many of the images, so she must be around 40, but she doesn't look old. The backdrops are perfect, settings that Succession location scouts would adore: a lush Miami dreamscape, a glittering pool of pristine blue in some tony part of the snow-capped slopes of Aspen, the uptown skyline from a balcony high atop some enviable Manhattan high-rise, the rocky crags of the Ibiza coastline, a sailboat-strewn harbor on some Greek island that calls to mind Homer, with all the dramatic irony that implies. And she gets around. She is backstage at a Black Keys concert, keeping up with the Kardashians at a swanky hotel opening, and riding a camel at the Great Pyramid. The captions, when they appear, are beautifully written, intelligent, generous, and kind. There is no trace of bragging. Each message and story exudes gratitude. This is someone who is living the good life and feels extremely lucky to be doing so. The woman on this Instagram page adores her friends. She adores her children. She loves, supports, and is proud of her husband. We could never have guessed that the woman in the photos is Ivanka Trump if it hadn't been for her husband's recognizable face, tanned, rested, calm, and as gorgeous as he could be. She appears to have altered herself, as Alina Habba has. She is not the Ivanka who looked wistfully at Justin Trudeau, her father's overmatched ambassador at world gatherings, and stood by his side while Gloria played in that tent on Jan. 6, 2021. She is slimmer, happier, goopier, and more Peltrovian. We could even forgive the New York Times for focusing on her appearance when she appeared in court last November for her family's fraud trial, dressed in a navy wool coat and navy pantsuit, a black leather tote clutched in one hand, tiny pearl studs in her ears, and with her blonde hair falling in soft waves around her face, the picture of gentle, pulled-together professionalism and goodwill. But the image of polite, pulled-together professionalism and goodwill isn't quite right. It is a picture. That is all it is.